Hey, it's Tim with Game Time. I have a unpackaging, unboxing, whatever you want to call it, of Magic the Gathering, the Lord of the Rings set, the Tales of Middle Earth. This is the Commander deck. I think it's got Eowyn in it. Riders of Rohan is what it's called. And I guess you can see how much I spent for it, which I think was a pretty good deal. Maybe not. You guys can tell me in the comments, I guess. I don't even know how to get into this thing. Defeated already by the box. Okay, hold on. Looks like I just take out the top here. Okay. Oh wow, that's pretty. Oh goodness, it's not one to come out. Uh-oh. I think it's the bottom. That makes more sense. Killing this box. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, got some tokens here, which this one's really pretty, this green. Try not to kill it, but oh well, it's not gonna look that great when I take it out. Got some shiny decks here. Have a, looks like a deck box, which is pretty cool. It's got some art here. Looks like it's got Aragorn and Eowyn. Okay. Take a little pack out, sample, collector's booster, and the actual deck itself, as well as, yeah, okay, I think that's everything. Okay, life counter, looks like 40 life. Yeah, I think it goes up to 40. Okay, nice little manual here. I guess it gives you some strategy, tells you how to play, shows you the cool artwork. Okay, and then let's look at the deck itself. All right, here is our girl here. Eowyn, you've got Aragorn, King of Gondor. Lifeline, when Aragorn, King of Gondor, battlefield, you become monarch. When Aragorn attacks up to one other creature, blocks the target, the monarch creature can't. Wow, cool. Lost in Legend, Erkenbrand, Vanishing Light, Fiend Hunter. Battlefield, you may exile another target creature. Return. Oh, that's kind of neat. Battlefield, you become monarch. Target creature point control. Nice. Creatures control. I may search your library for a basic land card. Nice. A lot of exiling. Okay. Let's see. So target creatures control against life equal to its power. A lot of exiling. When Village Bellringer enters the battlefield, untap all creatures you control. Cool. Imrahil. Jason card. Okay. Humble Defender. 2 cards, target opponent gains. Action on your turn. Okay. Theoden. King God Rohan. Strike. Okay, cool. Arcane Signet. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's identity. Commander's Sphere. Let's look at this. Opponent has more life than you. You gain 4 life. Your opponent controls 2. Your opponent has more cards in your hand. You draw 1 card. Cool. So draw a card. Heirloom Blade. Quick creature gets 3/1. Whenever a quick creature dies, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card that shares a creature tag with that. With it, put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library anywhere. Okay. Here's one. Here's a battle. Choose a creature type. Creature spells. So 1 last at the beginning of your upkeep. Look at the top card of your library. Put it in. Add 2 once. That's nice. Talisman of Conviction. Add 1. Deals 1 damage to you. Oh, cool. Thought Vessel, you have no maximum hand size. Sacrifice Bommel. Search your library for a basic land card. Put that card to tap, then shuffle. Okay, you gotta sacrifice that one. Add 1 mana of any color to your commander's identity. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto your battle tab, then shuffle. Looks like a black card. Field of Ruin. Add anything. Sacrifice Field of Ruin. Destroy target non-basic land. Okay, Path of Ancestry. Tap, add 1 mana of any color, any commander's color identity. When this mana creature spell that shares a creature. Okay. A lot of lands. I guess I'm going through all the boring stuff first. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Exclude card as a battlefield. battlefield. Add 1. Okay, sacrifice, Terramorphic Expand, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield. Okay. Baragond of the Guard. Legendary creature. Whenever Baragond of the Guard or another human enters the battlefield under your control, because you control, get +1, gain vigilance till end of turn. Cool. Champions of Minas Tirith. When Champions of Minas Tirith enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of combat on each opponent's turn, if you're the monarch, that opponent may pay X, where X is the number of cards in their hand. They can't attack you this combat. And that's pretty cool. Gilrian, Dunedain Protector, legendary creature, human noble. Exile another target creature you control. You may return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If you don't, at the beginning of the next end step, return the card to the battlefield under its owner's control with a vigilance counter and a lifelink counter on it. If you control, you may return the card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If you don't. Okay, I think I get it. Gray host reinforcements, flying ward. Gray host reinforcements enters the battlefield. Exile target player's graveyard. Put a number of 1/1 counters on gray. To a number of creatures, cards exile this way. Wow. Wow, that's cool. Lassenark Captain. First strike, Captain or another human enters the battlefield under your control. Tap target creature opponent controls at the beginning of the upkeep. I like that. Harvest of Gondor. Whenever your commander deals combat damage to a player, if there's no monarch, you become the monarch. At the beginning of the monarch's end step, the player draws a card. Denethor Stone Seer. Denethor Stone Seer enters the battlefield. Scry 2. Sacrifice Denethor. Target player becomes the monarch. Denethor deals 3 damage to any player. I don't know about this guy. He's kind of strange. Okay, fealty to the realm. Enchant creature and fealty to the realm enters the battlefield. You become the monarch. The monarch controls the enchanted creature. Enchanted creature attacks each combat fable and can't attack you. Can control all creatures target opponent controls until end of turn. And tap those creatures. They gain haste until end of turn. You can't attack that player this turn. You can't sacrifice creatures this turn. Dwarf Warrior. Double strike. Whenever another legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Gimli. Okay, whenever Gimli deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. Boromir. And Connor's Hope enters the battlefield or attacks. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a human or artifact card from among them, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Aemir, King of Rohan, double strike. Aemir, King of Rohan enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each other human you control whenever it enters the. I like that. Whenever it enters the battlefield, target player becomes the monarch. Damage equal to a spot at any target. Okay, Faramir. Whenever a legendary creature with mana value 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, you become the monarch. Beginning of your end step, if you're the monarch, create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens. 4th, Aeolingus. Create X 2/2 red human knight creature token to trample and haste. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to 1 or more players this turn, you become the monarch. Okay, Oath of Eorl. I don't know how to say it. Create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. Create 2 2/2 red human creature tokens to trample and haste. Put an indestructible counter on up to 1 target human. You become the monarch. Human Knight, Riders of Rohan. When Riders of Rohan enters the battlefield, create 2 2/2 red human knight creature trample and haste. Dash. You may cast a spell for its dash cost. If you do, it gains haste and it's returned from the battlefield to its owner's hand at the beginning. It's kind of cool. Goad all. Yeah, that is really cool. Go to all creatures your opponents control until your next turn. Which creatures can't block. Okay. They attack you. Legendary artifact. Crown of Gondor. Crypt creature gets 1/1 for each creature you control. When a legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, if there is no monarch, you become the monarch. Okay. Commanded creatures you control get +2. Okay, that's awesome. Flying as long as dearly departed is in the graveyard. Each human creature you control enters the battlefield with additional 1/1. Frontline medic. Battalion. 1 frontline medic and at least 2 other creatures attack. Creatures you control gain indestructible until the end of the turn. Counter target spell with excellence mana cost less control base 3. That's cool. Create 5 1/1 white human creature tokens. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, create 10 of those tokens instead. It's got flashback. Multi-kicker, you may pay an additional. When Marshal Anthem enters the battlefield, return up to X. Target creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield where the number of times Marshal Anthem is kicked. Flash, whenever Selfless Guard enters the battlefield, prevent all damage that would be dealt to you this turn. Whenever damage that would be dealt, you prevent it, put any of those. Okay, creatures you control gain indestructible end of turn. If you cast a spell during your main phase, put a 1/1 counter on each of those creatures, and they gain vigilance until end of turn. Pretty darn cool. First strike. Verge Rangers, you may look at the top card of your library anytime, as long as an opponent controls more lands than you. You may play lands from the top of your library. Cool. Sorcery, Visions of Glory, create a 1/1 white human creature token for each creature you control. Flashback. Where exists the greatest commander you own on the battlefield or in the command zone. Okay, Weathered Wayfarer, Human Nomad Cleric. Search your library for a land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Activate only if an opponent controls more lands than you. Combat Celebrant. If Combat Celebrant hasn't been exerted this turn, exert it as it attacks. When you do, untap all the creatures you control, and after this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Wow, that's pretty darn good. When Court of Ire enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, Court of Ire deals 2 damage to target player. If you're the Monarch, it deals 7 instead. Wow. Earthquake deals X damage to each creature without flying and each player. Whenever Flame Rush Rider attacks, create a token that's a copy of another target attacking creature, and that's tapped and attacking. Exile the token at the end of combat. Dash, you may cast a spell for its dash card. Okay, it comes back. Whenever one or more creatures attacks one of your opponents or a planeswalker they control, those creatures gain menace until end of turn. Okay, whenever an opponent activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land on the battlefield, if it isn't a mana ability, Harsh Mana deals 2 damage to that player. Whenever a creature you control attacks, it gets 1+0 until end of turn for each other attacking creature that shares a creature type. When Zealous Conscripts enters the battlefield, gain control of target permanent until the end of turn. Tap that permanent, gains haste until the end of turn. Spells can't be countered, destroy all creatures. Supreme Verdict. At the Door of Destinies enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Whenever you cast a spell of chosen type, put a charge counter on Door of Destinies. Creature you control of the chosen type get 1+1 for each door. Oh wow, for each 1/1 counter, I'm sorry. Or each counter on there. As Vanquisher's Banner enters the battlefield, choose creature type. Oh, I saw this one. Yeah, 1/1. When you cast a creature spell at the chosen type, draw a card. Damage. Okay. Kill that land. Could produce. As for a Column Snarl enters the battlefield, you may reveal a mountain or plains card. If you don't tapped. Battle tap. Plains or an island. As Port Town enters the battlefield, you may reveal plains or an island card from the hand. If you don't, Port Town enters the battlefield tapped. Prairie Stream enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. It's pretty much more of the same. Windbreak Heights enters the battlefield tapped. Windburst Heights. Hideaway. When this enters the battlefield, look at that 4 cards. Your library, exile 1 face down, put the rest. Okay, cool. You may add scar out things and that guy's attack 3 or more creatures. That's so cool. And gain 1 life. You gain 1 life, and then just lands. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Looks like there are some tokens in the back as well. Some of these guys. Oh, it does have a 1 ring, and what is that? That is really pretty. Hold on. Well, I thought I saw something that's pretty. Oh, I know what it is. It must be. No, it's not her. Yes, this the Monarch. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, this controller becomes the Monarch. Oh, so this is how that works. I guess I didn't know that. Okay, and the 1 ring right here. That's how you play that. Okay, one last thing. I'm going to look at this pack right here. I'm going to try to show it off. Well, let's see what's inside. We got Magic Knight. Gimli, Mournful Avenger, and Legolas, Counter of Kills. Gimli, Mournful Avenger has indestructible as long as 2 or more creatures died under your control this turn. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Gimli. When this ability resolves for a 3rd time this turn, Gimli fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. And then over here, now I like these cards, I like how they look. Whenever you scry, if Legolas counter kill this tap, you may untap it. Do this only once each turn. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a 1/1 counter on Legolas. So yeah, that's the Collector's Booster sample pack that we got for this deck. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.